Welcome back, everybody. As promised, we're going to talk about getting started in home today. First thing is your commitment. It's very difficult to find time, to make time. So put it in your calendar. 2 days a week, 3 days a week to start. Just put it in your calendar when you have an open spot that you're going to work out at home. When you put it in your calendar, stick to it. We'll go through some basic stretches today, because before you start any exercise program, you want to make sure that you loosen up the muscles that you're going to be working. I really want to get you started on a stretching routine so that when you go to the gym, your muscles are already loosened up and you're not over tight. As promised, I'm at home. This is my living room. We're going to start with some basic stretching. The first thing you do before you stretch, always warm up. You want the muscles warm before you stretch. You can do that by simply doing jumping jacks. I typically tell people, do them longer than you want to. At the point where you think, oh, I've been doing them for a little while, feels good, do them a little longer. You want to be slightly out of breath. You want the muscles to feel hot. So the first thing we're going to stretch is the hamstrings. Typically, those are very tight muscle groups on people. You're sitting at your desk all day, they tend to get tight. So we're going to go through some basics. You probably don't want to put your foot on the couch with your sneakers on or anything else in your house. You probably have a small step stool. Use it. Grab your step stool. Now, everybody always puts their foot up as high as you can. Don't. I want you to put your foot down nice and low, nice where it's comfortable. You can even use your stairs if you have stairs in your house. Once you put your foot up, this is the key. Put your hands on your hips and square your hips to your leg. Once they're square, rotate the hips back. Once you rotate the hips backwards, you should feel the stretch very high up in your hamstring. Probably not like what you felt before. Try to hold that stretch, minimum of 30 seconds. If you want to increase your flexibility, you have to hold it a minimum of 30 seconds. I usually tell people more like something like 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. So once you've done that hamstring stretch, we want to continue to stretch all the heads of the hamstring. So go back to your traditional hamstring stretch. You can go down low, you can go up high. Let the hips go wherever they want, let them rotate, and when you press down, don't lean forward, arching the back. You want to press the belly button forward. Just stretch it so it's uncomfortable. It's the best way to say it. It's extremely rare that somebody actually hurts themselves stretching. Your brain will stop you before you hurt yourself. So press the belly button forward. You're going to feel that stretch lower in your hamstring. Next, we're going to do a very basic quad stretch. What I want you to do, the easiest way to get into this, again, use your step stool, hold right on. I like to cross my leg behind the other, holds it up. I don't have to work to hold it up. Cross it behind, reach with the opposite hand, and just pull it up. If you're not feeling it, you can let it pull back even more. That's a great place to start. The next stretch is super duper embarrassing, especially if you're doing it in the gym, but it's great for loosening up your hips. Very, very important to keep your hips loose, especially as you start to get older. So what we do is we start kneeling, knees right below the hips. Just make them wider and wider. Really try to stretch it. Go as far as you can. Arms on the floor. Once you're in this position, push the belly button down to the floor. So after you've been down here for a little while, your adductor muscles can be pretty loose. The safest way to get out of this is to just come forward. The next thing we're going to stretch is your pectoral, more specifically your pectoral minor. The way you do that, pick a door frame, put your arm up on the door frame, 90-degree angles, and simply twist away and hold it. Next, we're going to stretch out our latissimus dorsi. Best way to do this, again, use the same door frame. Hold on, nice and low, a little lower than shoulder height. Lean away. Now the key here is once you're fully leaned away, rotate the hips away from it. So you're going to rotate the hips that way. You should all of a sudden feel that get very low in your back. That'll stretch out your whole lat. Next stretch, you're going to stretch out the rear deltoid, rhomboids. Very basic stretch. I'm sure you've seen this before. You're just going to reach across, pull with the other arm. That's it. Hold it. Again, you're going to want to hold these stretches 30 seconds minimum. And the last thing we're going to do is stretch out your abdominals, because with everybody nowadays being very hyper-focused on that six-pack, everybody's doing crunches like crazy. They are overdeveloping the external abs, and you want to make sure you loosen those up because they can start to pull you forward. So we're back down on the ground on our mat. All you're going to do is lay on your stomach. I want you to flatten out as much as you can from your hips down through your legs, as flat as you can. And then to start, I just want you to push up with the elbows. Really push up, try to touch that belly button to the floor. As you start to gain flexibility, you can push with the arms. Really try to push that belly button down. That's it for the basic stretches. Start doing those first at home. Schedule time for yourself. Do those basic stretches after a quick warm-up, and those will be the stretches that you'll take with you to the gym when you start working out. All right, everybody, that's it. I'm Michael Posk. Stay tuned for more videos. The next one will focus on at-home workouts. Bye, everybody.